Yeah, I hope you brought your glow sticks.
Okay, so first thing I just want to touch base on our promotions that we're doing this weekend at our booth, which is booth 627. You guys are kind of Mamoru Hosoda or Summer Wars. We have the complete edition. We just released it, and to commemorate, we made like a sticker set, and these actually are cut, so they're like cut of the characters and really cool. And so if you're a fan, like grab one, and of course, our partners like at G Kids are promoting their new movie, so I think it's a perfect time to grab, this set if you're a fan. Another exclusive we have is an After the Rain. Did anybody know the title, After the Rain? Have you guys checked it out? Okay, we have a comic sampler of this as well at our booth, so if you want to grab one of those. But if you buy the book, we actually teamed up with, this is a Sony artist, Emme. She's actually here at Anime NYC. She's doing the Fate promotion, and she's doing a concert today after this panel. But she was nice enough to collaborate. Her song is part of the After the Rain anime, and so we made these limited edition download cards with the song on it. So if you buy one, you get one of the download cards for free. So that's something special if you're into music. And also at booth 627. And then we also have Pop Team Epic merch on it's a really bad slide. I guess it's on purpose. So yeah, we have Pop Team Epic merch still available. It's just a few left. So I think grab it, right after this panel if you, otherwise I think it's gonna be gone. I think we're ran out of most of the things that.
These are booth 627, by the way. 627, that's our booth.
And also we have Devil's Line stuff. We have this mini shikishi and also the pin badges. So if you buy anything Devil's Line, we have the manuscript replicas, and we also have the manga at our booth. So these are some freebies if you buy any Devil's Line merch this weekend. And also, do we have any Monogatari series fans? Okay, great. So, we brought some of the artwork here. We had it in Chicago. We launched it in Chicago, and we had it in LA. And so we brought some of the artwork pieces from there, and we have a wall of the artwork, and also the artwork of the box set as well that we just really newly printed just for the exhibit. So just check it out. This is the last time we're gonna have the exhibit. For the year.
At booth 627?
Booth 627. Okay. And also we have the poster set. So if you really like the artwork, Gopan's artwork, then yeah, definitely pick up the newest poster set. We did run out of the poster set, the first set that we made. So, it was really popular, so we decided to make more, of the new covers. And yeah, I think it's been selling really well. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, I think, go and get it. Otherwise, I feel like it's gonna be sold out.
And what booth is that at?
It's at booth 627. Okay. I like what you did there. Good. So let's see. So I want to talk about some the new novels that are coming out from us. So this one is called The Masquerade and the Nameless Woman, Eiji Mikage. It was called Serial Killer Detective, but we felt that was like too direct of a translation, so we changed it. It's a little bit more like, a beautiful title that the editor chose. This is coming out in January 2019. If you guys are fans of the other novel, I think it's really popular that the Empress publishes it. It's Zero with Maria. Something of that type. If you guys are familiar, anybody familiar? One person, two.
Oh,
okay, so we got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of his novels, kind of a mysterious novel. And another title we're really excited is, we're gonna do, Katanagatari. For those who didn't know, our booth is like kind of plastered with Katanagatari artwork. Volume 2 is coming out in May. And then Volume 1, we have it on pre-shoot actually here. It comes out at the end of the month, but just for Anime NYC, we were able to get stock.
So we're selling the first one.
The first volume, and we have actually an event afterwards from 1:45 on panel room 3. And joining us is Sam Beck, who actually did the translation for the Katanagatari novels. So we'll talk with him and talk about the novel and maybe the challenges and what he really likes about the novel. So yeah, if you guys are excited about, Nishio Ishin, Kapanagatari, then please check it out. And then we'll have Q&A, of course. And then also a novel that we're excited about is Sherlock Holmes, A Scandal in Japan. This cover, we just actually decided on this very recently. I think it looks really chic. We had like a debate on which cover, and we decided on this kind of, it's a modern look, right? It's kind of like our piece. It's like Sherlock Holmes pipe and the Japanese red Kinomaru in the pipe, I feel like. What do you think, Ben?
I think it's cool.
You're shaking your head.
No, I'm just nodding. I'm nodding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like Sherlock Holmes, like, it's kind of a side story where they, he was kind of fighting the Professor Moriarty, and then he falls, and he tumbles everyone thought he was dead, and then actually he was in Japan.
From 1899.
So he was in Japan actually, and there was a scandal, and he was doing some detective work and teaming up with the Prime Minister, the first Prime Minister of Japan, believe it or not. Yes, so he teams up, and it's like kind of, I don't know. I'm imagining like, what's his name? The movie.
There's been like a million Sherlock Holmes movies, dude. Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Jeremy Brett is always Sherlock Holmes for me.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
So imagine he's in it.
Okay.
So, it's something really excited. A lot of Sherlock Holmes fans we really think will enjoy it as well. The next one is, we made this announcement before. We have the Neko Monogatari White audiobook that's coming out next year. We're thinking in the spring. I don't know if you guys I know a lot of fans have asked for the audiobook. Is there any one of those in the room that likes audiobooks? Yes? Okay,
yeah.
great.
New York commuters, they're perfect for your subway commute.
Yes.
Yep.
So we actually got like sample audio, and I wanted you guys to listen to it. Actually, so the voice actress we got for this one is Christina B. So she'll be doing like a lot of voices. So yeah, we're really excited to work with her on this project.
Can we get sound? Yeah, I plugged it in. Oh, there we go.
What? Nishio Ishin. Nekomonogatari. Shira. Copyright 2010. Nishio Ishin. It's first published in Japan in 2010 by Kodansha Limited.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. We'll do this. We'll pull this off. Give me 1 second. Okay, they saw my secret chain. Okay. Here
15. End of flashback. 1:30 in the afternoon. It seems like we got a lot of sleep. Did you just wake up too, Miss Hanakawa? Yeah, more or less. I never imagined I'd get to wake up on the same futon as you.
Could you not say things that sound like they could be pillow talk?
I'm such a high-strung person that I can't sleep very deeply, but it feels like I was knocked right out. Could it have been the pillow?
When you say that, are you talking about your dad's pillow, or are you talking about your hug pillow? I asked.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was like the most Nishio issue.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, end of flashback. Is there anything more Nishio issue?
So
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Ben's favorite voice actress. I found out. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Well, so many things are being revealed about me right now.
Okay, so this is a new announcement. We got this. It's called Colorful Dreams by Bofan. Bofan is, of course, the artist who does the Monogatari series cover art for us, and so we will bring his artwork. This is personal art that he's worked on over the years, and so this is non-commercial stuff. What's exciting is you get to see like how his artwork evolves, like from the Monogatari series. Like this is his like pre-Monogatari series artwork, so it's kind of like a rare art book. And what's exciting is we talked to him about this project, and then he agreed to have a new cover for it. So he'll make an original artwork, for the cover art for this. So yeah, look forward to that. We'll reveal that in somewhere soon. And then and then we'll have some. He's a photographer as well, so he had said that he will include maybe some photography as well. So something different from the original version, and something new for the fans over here. So yeah, really, really excited. This is coming out in October 2019.
And that's not the first time he's done original art for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Monogatari box set, So yeah, we've developed a really great relationship with him, and yeah, most of the stuff he's like, yeah, okay. So he's really very excited to work with us, and really excited that we're gonna bring his personal art book here.
And that box set's available at our booth, right?
Yes, yeah, we're pretty sure the box set.
Again?
Pretty sure we asked the audience.
There we go, 627. Right, thank you. I forgot. Okay,
you read it?
All right, thank you for that. Glad some of you remembered. Okay.
So yeah, that's everything for the vertical, and take it away, Ben.
Thank you, Tomo. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the manga we have coming up, and then I'll make some new announcements. First, though, for any fans of Sailor Moon out there, we are publishing the Sailor Moon manga in a new definitive edition. Has anyone picked up the Sailor Moon Eternal edition yet? Yeah, a couple people? All right, fantastic. We have it at our booth. You can come see it. It is lovely. It includes new cover illustrations by Naoko Takeuchi, the original creator. It's in a special large size. It's actually the largest size the Sailor Moon manga has ever been printed at in book form in the world, including Japan. If you were at Anime Expo, we had the original editor of Sailor Moon, Osano-san, with us, and he said that when he first got the proposal for our edition, he thought, oh, maybe this is too big. But then I thought, well, Americans have really big hands. Not 100% sure what he meant by that, but whatever. So, this is the biggest version in the world. It's got beautiful metallic ink on the cover. That logo is in gold metallic ink. And it's got this lovely holographic effect as well, so it really glitters. We're very proud of this book. The interior features a new translation, new lettering, all of the color pages from the original Japanese magazine run, and that's the first time those have been printed in an English edition. And you can get Volume 1 at our booth. You can also get Volume 2 before it comes out in stores. It's available now at our booth. That's the only way you can get it before the release date. If you purchase this manga, you can also get a bookmark set. Excuse me, you can see a sample of that bookmark on the side there. But for now, does anyone want to see some of the new color pages that haven't been printed in color before from Volume 2? All right, I will show them to you now then. Here we go. And these were just in black and white in past collected editions in English. And the cream of the crop. There we go. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you. All of our volumes, there are going to be 9 of these. They're 300 pages each. They include the short stories as well, so everything has been recollected together. These will all feature new color pages from the original run, new cover illustrations, and everything I just mentioned. So be sure to follow this release wherever books are sold. And now I have another very special announcement for you. I don't know how many of you in here are aware, but there's a pretty big culture in Japan around Sailor Moon musicals. The Sailor Moon musicals are huge. Yeah, give it up for the Sailor Moon musicals. Yeah, they're very good. They've been around for many, many years now, and we have never gotten one in the States until now. That's pretty exciting. So So Sailor Moon, the Super Live, which is the most elaborate Sailor Moon musical that's ever been done, will be coming to the United States in March 2019, to Washington, D.C., and to New York City. So keep an eye out for more news about that as tickets go on sale. We're extremely excited about that. And now I want to get into the new book announcements. First off, are there any Princess Jellyfish fans in here? Yeah, wow, that's a lot, actually. Yes. So it's a fantastic manga about geek girls living under one roof in Tokyo. And we will be bringing out next year a complete series box set for the manga. This will be a premium rigid box set that we've got some really cool plans for the design that I can't go into yet, but it's going to be very, very neat. It'll also include exclusive bonus items, so please look for that. That's coming in summer 2019. And of course, we're also publishing the author's new work, Tokyo Tarareba Girls, which is a dramatic, funny, and way too real comic about being single in Japan in your 30s. So be sure to check that out. Also, next, I have a new series announcement, a new manga series announcement. The manga based on the series Tales of Berseria will be coming to the English language in fall 2019. This is from the blockbuster JRPG franchise. It has an adaptation by Nobuo Onagi, so please check that out. And other fans of a different video game series will be excited by Fate Grand Order Mortalis Stella. Ooh. Yeah, this is the first Fate Grand Order manga to come to English. Yeah, give it up. Yeah, yeah.
Never heard of this Fate Grand Order before.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's made $1 billion or anything. Fate Grand Order, in case you don't know, is a massive mobile game franchise that has been sweeping the globe. It literally has made over $1 billion, and it's incredible. It's everywhere, and this is the first manga to come out in English based on it. We're very excited about it. It's coming out fall 2019. And I have our final new manga announcement for the day, which is a big one. Are there fans of Clamp in here? Yeah? Okay. Anyone been enjoying the Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card sequel series that we've been putting out? Alright, you might want to hold on to your seats. We are publishing the Cardcaptor Sakura Collector's Edition starting in 2019, the original series in a new hardcover premium format. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. This features new Clamp cover illustrations, metallic stamping on the cover, really beautiful interiors on premium white paper, new translation, new lettering, all the color pages. So this is getting our collector's touch as well. These will be extra long volumes. I believe there's 9 of them, and each one comes with a special cloud card. And if you collect them all, you're going to get a nice little surprise when you put all those cloud cards together. This series will start in spring 2019.
So this cover is going to be like Kira Kira?
It will be Cho Kira Kira.
Oh, I like that. Kira Kira.
Now, those are all of our new announcements out of the way. I want to just talk about a couple of our current and upcoming series. First of all, for fans of Fairy Tail, Eden Zero is a new series. Yeah! It's coming out now. This is getting a print release. The first volume came out at the beginning of the month. We have it at our booth, booth number 627. And it's also being simulpubbed on Comixology, Kindle, and Crunchyroll, so be sure to check that out. Also, Fairy Tail fans, we published Hiro Mashima's short story collection, the massive 400-page Hiro Mashima's Playground, that came out last month, and we have that at our booth if you want to check it out. This includes a ton of great little funny, cool short stories, including the story that would later become Fairy Tail, kind of the prototype for Fairy Tail. So for Fairy Tail completists, this is one you want to pick up. It's a really cool, massive book. We got it at our booth. Also, Seven Deadly Sins fans, if you're a fan of Bon at all, we are bringing out the prequel series, Seven Deadly Sins, 7 Days, Heart-Wrenching Tragic Romance. It's 2 volumes long, it's beautiful, and both volumes are available now at our booth upstairs. Also available now are the first 2 volumes of Boarding School Juliet, the manga that became the anime that's running right now on Amazon, I believe. This is a Romeo and Juliet story, except with lots of punching and a boarding school and 2 boarding schools. it's a lot of fun, and if you're enjoying the anime, I encourage you to check out the manga. This is a digital print series, so we're bringing it out a book a month while the anime is running. So we'll have 3 volumes out at the end of the year, and then every 2 months after that. Another title that just got an anime announced is the Quintessential Quintuplets, which we will start bringing out in print in January, right about when the anime starts. If you're a fan of like fun old school harem manga like Love Hina, comedies like that, Tenchi Muyo, that sort of thing, this definitely pushed a lot of those buttons for me. It's about a private tutor who is a high school student. He's a smart guy, but he doesn't really have any friends and doesn't really care to make friends. But he gets hired because he's poor to teach these 5 quintuplets to pass their exams. But the only thing that these 5 quintuplets have in common is that they don't want to study. So hilarity obviously ensues, and each of them has different distractions that they get caught up in. It's a very funny manga, and I think the anime looks really good so far. I think the voice cast looks pretty amazing. So definitely check that out. If you're a fan of prison school and feeling very uncomfortable while you're reading manga, then I encourage you to check out Lightyear. This is kind of like Pokemon or Monster Hunter meets prison school, I guess. It's about a boy who gets given superpowers by an alien without realizing it, and he can turn into this cute/horrific monster with a giant zipper down his back. He saves one of his classmates from a fire, and then finds out that she's on a quest for vengeance because her older sister turned into a monster and killed her parents. And this girl will do literally anything to get vengeance on her sister. He kind of extorts him into joining her on her quest, and she realizes that she can unzip his back and climb inside him and manipulate him from the inside. Anything. So the art is really good, and it's addictive despite itself. I'm deeply ashamed of how much I enjoy this manga. Deeply ashamed. And that's really obviously what the author is going for. So check that out, coming up in March. Also coming up next year is Love in Focus, which is a new shoujo series from the creator of That Wolf Boy Is Mine. The fantastic 4-volume shoujo series that was a sleeper hit for us last year. If you haven't seen That Wolf Boy Is Mine, it's like a sweet, even purer version of Fruits Basket, kind of, with a great, assertive main female character. Love in Focus starts from the same place. It's a girl who's going through kind of something tragic has happened to her in her family life, and so to help her mourn, she dives into her interest, which is photography. She's really passionate about photography, and she moves out of town to stay with her cousin in another city to go to a high school that has a specialized photography department. And while she's there, she's living in this dormitory with obviously a bunch of boys, and one of them kind of becomes her muse over time, even though he hates being photographed. So she needs to learn the meaning of boundaries a little bit, and she does. But this is a great 3-volume series that's starting up in March. Also, if you're fans of beautiful art and witches and all ages manga, you need to check out Witch Hat Atelier. This is starting in March as well, and this is by Kamomi Shirahama, who American comics fans may know from her beautiful variant covers that she's done for Marvel and DC over the last 2 years. Just incredible illustrator. She's an equally great comics artist. This is a story about a world where magic is real and commonplace, and you get tested when you're born to see if you're capable of doing magic or not. And if you are, then you get to become a witch. If you're not, you don't. This is a girl who, no matter what, she fails the test when she's born, but no matter what, she wants to become a witch. And she's the first person to become a witch who, was told they couldn't. So it's got obviously some great like Harry Potter-y vibes to it, and the art, you can tell, looks very Studio Ghibli-esque, so fans of Kiki's Delivery Service, stuff like that, will want to check this out. Little Witch Academia, that kind of thing. Also, we're doing our first BL title in the new year, our first gay romance. I hesitate to even call this really BL. It's kind of on the border between BL and just a gay romance manga. Ten Dance ran in a seinen magazine. It didn't run in a BL magazine, so it's kind of an interesting hybrid. But this is about these two top ballroom dancers, competitive ballroom dancers. One of them is a world champion, one of them is a Japanese champion, one of them does standard ballroom, one of them does Latin ballroom. And if you know anything about ballroom dance, which I didn't when I read this manga, but now I do, so I read this manga, they're totally different. But there is a competition called the Ten Dance competition where you have to learn both. And so these two decide to become each other's trainers to do this competition. They go from like rivals to grudgingly respecting one another to obviously something more, as tends to happen when you're late nights in a dance studio with your shirt off and rippling muscles flying around the dance floor. There's a great scene at the very beginning where, to explain Latin dance, he draws with a Sharpie these lines on his chest to illustrate the movements of Latin dance, and it doubles as like a really instructive lesson about Latin dance. And also, you get to see like abs flying around for many, many pages. So, if that sounds good to you, I highly recommend 10 Days. It's really just a great manga. That's starting up in January. And our other new BL series is the basis of the anime Hitorajime My Hero, which is running on High Dive and Amazon right now and is getting a Blu-ray release, I think, early next year. This is starting in January too, so be sure to check that out. And we are also very proud to be bringing out our first Yuri series in January called Yuri Is My Job. Yeah. Yuri Is My Job is a great dramedy about a girl who puts on a beautiful face for the world. She's cute, she wants everyone to love her, and she's nice to everybody. But what they don't know is it's all a fake facade because she just wants to become a trophy wife and marry a billionaire. That's her goal in life.
That's my goal in life.
I mean, yeah, I've had one too many burgers to make that happen, I'm afraid. Yuri Is My Job. She gets basically blackmailed into working at a Yuri-themed cafe where all the waitresses pretend to be students at a German all-girls boarding school. and she kind of is taken with one of the older people who work at the cafe, who's very nice to her and kind to her when they're out in front of the customers. But when they're in the back room, she realizes that this older girl thinks she's a screw-up and has been doing a very bad job in the cafe and doesn't really like her at all. So this pushes her buttons because she wants everyone to like her, and that sets them up to collide later in the story. So great, check it out in January. And up next, I want to talk a little bit about our upcoming digital releases. Does anyone in here read our manga digitally?
Yes.
All right, fantastic, thank you.
We get horribly behind in your digital manga.
Well, I don't know that we can do anything about that, but we do our best. It's hard sometimes when you're dealing with stuff coming out in Japan, and then you have to turn around in a couple days and get it up. But we do our best. In case you don't know, you can read our digital manga simulpubs on Comixology, Crunchyroll, Kindle, Bookwalker, Nook, Kobo, iBooks, and Google Play. We also have samples of all of our series up on our website, kodanshacomics.com. And getting into the new announcements, our upcoming theme, as you know, we've done themes for our digital news series every week recently. Our upcoming theme is manga for all ages. So to go along with which I tell you, Cardcaptor Sakura and Magus of the Library, we've got Good Dog Cerberus, which is a very cute 4-panel comic about the protector of the underworld, the three-headed dog that savagely keeps people from trespassing in the underworld. So it's a very, very fun, kind of unexpected comedy manga. Also, starting November 27th is Blissful Land, about a 13-year-old doctor's apprentice living in a mountain village in 18th century Tibet. It's got beautiful, beautiful art, as you can tell. Another new series starting up December 4th is Red Riding Hood's Wolf Apprentice. That's, like I said, starting on December 4th, and it's set in a beautifully realized forest world with a lot of talking beasts and humans and hunters. And it's about a legendary red-haired hunter named Red Riding Hood, so she does not get saved by the huntsman in this version. Finally, on December 11th, we will be starting a series called Crocodile Baron. Yeah. I'm glad you like to say anything about this manga. Like, look, it's a novelist crocodile in a top hat. Yeah, sold, exactly, thank you. So this is starting up December 11th. If you go on any of our platforms where we sell our manga, during this period, you can get 15 series at 50% off for our all ages titles, and that includes not just the ones I've mentioned here, but also the existing all ages titles. So be sure to check that out. And now we've come to the end. But we still have a few moments left to take your questions. So if you'd like to ask a question, please line up at this microphone right here in the center. And we've got some manga samplers to give away and some beautiful tote bags that are Kodansha comic stuff on one side. It's got 7 Blue Sins and Attack on Titan, and Vertical on the other. So Chi and City, I think that's Chi and City. So you'll be able to grab one of those if you ask us a question. I think Tomo has a special present as well.
Oh, well, these Palpatine Epic masks that we made?
Yeah. So horrify your friends.
Yeah, and then we'll pass them out as well on your way out. So make sure to grab one of these.
So please come on up to the microphone here and go and ask us anything. Can't promise we'll answer, but you can ask us anything. Yes, sir.
What got you into into the manga business in the first place, or novels in the first place?
This is for you.
Oh,
yeah.
You're talking about the vertical? Yeah. You're talking like career-wise?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a long story.
Give us the short version.
Short version is like I like to read manga novels, so I decided to I went in, I decided to why not promote do what I love.
Yeah, Tomo's only been with Vertical for a couple years. I know you wouldn't know that because he's part of the woodwork now. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can talk later. Like if you have like specific question about how I got into it, the long version.
At our booth. Booth 627.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
All right, thank you.
Come on up and grab a bag. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hi. I'm a big fan of all the digital first stuff, especially I started buying a lot of digital manga about a year ago. Got really into the slime, reincarnated the slime, Surrogate Children, and I started Quintessential Quintuplets.
Oh, very nice.
I'm curious if there's any plans for that to get signing pub, or also another question on top of that. I heard recently, over the summer, Kodansha Japan had a new subscription service come in, which is I'm really interested in something like that because I'm a Weekly Shonen Jump subscriber, but I would totally subscribe to a selection of curated Kodansha titles from different magazines, Afternoon, Morning, or even magazine So if anything like that is in the works, I'd be totally excited.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. All right. We'll consider that. I mean, we don't have any plans for that at the moment, and I don't think there are any plans that I'm aware of for Quintessential Quintuplets through a simulpub, but that's good feedback. Thank you.
Yeah. And especially because also a bunch of other titles that are getting simulpub, I think they're really a great fit because it's just a really good selection. You have on Crunchyroll, Space Brothers, Grand Blue Dreaming, a whole bunch of good stuff. So.
Well, thank you so much for reading. Yeah. And I know Weekly Shonen Jump's a big success, so yeah.
Yeah. I think now is the perfect time.
Thank you.
Mine's very short. What's your favorite manga?
What's my favorite manga?
Is it okay if it's not a Kodansha title?
The
No, actually it is probably Vinland Saga. Right now, I think Vinland Saga is still, when I say literally every one of these panels, but that's because it's just so great. And it got an anime announced for 2019, so if you're not reading Vinland Saga, you need to read it. It's about Vikings, the Viking invasion of England. Well, it's set during the Viking invasion of England in the 10th century, 11th century, something like that. But it's really about fathers and sons and family and war and peace and pacifism and slavery, and it's about everything. It's so good. Anyway, so that's mine.
I'm wearing an Ajin shirt, so I guess I should say Ajin. The person that I like Ajin a lot. It's about killing people that come back to life, so they never die. I like that. And then this is a title that we're gonna publish next year about Kino's Journey. I really like the short stories and just the adventure aspect of it, and also there's political aspect to it, why people in this country acting this way or they're weird kind of, and how Kino goes to different worlds every 3 days. So yeah, I'm enjoying the whole
allegorical vignettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that added to my list, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any talk for Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, like a collector's edition
Of the manga?
Yeah.
No, we haven't considered that. Right now, we are selling our comics anthology, Ghost in the Shell Global Neural Network, which was a collaboration between the creator Shiro Masamune and a group of global comics artists and writers, which is based on the manga universe. It's the first edition to the manga universe in quite a long time. That just came out in October, so if you're hungry for Ghost in the Shell stuff, I encourage you to check that out. There are two of the four stories in that book have very standard standalone complexity vibe to them. Lots of great Bato yelling at people and running into situations he shouldn't be running into, and Tokusa Saito quips, and you know, it's really fantastic. So I encourage you to check that book out. Yeah.
Also, Minatao, great commander.
Sorry?
Minatao is a great commander on your PC.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hi. This is a question mainly for Vertical.
Uh-oh.
So, what would it take to get Osamu Tezuka's books back in print?
Oh, interesting. I think I had a conversation about it.
Do your laundry for a year.
So I think, yeah, I had a conversation online with a friend. I think, yeah, we love, I talking about Blackjack? Mainly Blackjack, right? Yeah. So, you know, what's up, you know, we do have it in print, the first 3 volumes, in print, and then the rest is digital, and then, you know, that's like volume 1 through 12, right? So, right now, you know, we, in terms of our company, we did the run, and then now, you know, we have a lot more titles, right, that we have to push, so we're investing our resources into that, and like if we print all 12 volumes, it takes a lot of resources. We can't just print like 5 copies or whatever, how many people want it. We have to do thousands, and also, you know, there's a lot of, you know, storage involved and stuff, but we do have, you know, like I said, digitally and on like,
You could become a critical mass.
yeah, and we have to get like a lot of demand for it again, and then
How many tweets, likes, retweets? Like, what's the number?
We can't say, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's...
But I mean, it can't hurt. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi, I have 3 questions, if that's all right. First one is for the Fate Grand Order manga. Do you know what it's going to cover? Because Fate Grand Order is like such a big, like vast, like topic by itself.
Ding, 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 ding. There was a summary on there, which is why I'm going back. Okay. Come on, Ben.
After that.
I went too far. Oh, no. Quiet, you. Okay. I'm going to bring it up and you can read it. All right. Next. There we go. We'll just leave that up there. Come on up and grab your tote bag. Yeah, I think we've got we've got 5 more minutes, right? Yeah. So all right, we'll take like 4 more questions and then we'll cut the line off there. But I'll be up at the booth all day, so if you have questions that you want to ask us up there, just at the booth while you're buying books at booth 627, please feel free to do that. Sorry. Yeah. Next 4 people. Please stay. Everybody else, sorry.
We're gonna get kicked
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna get kicked out. Sorry.
This is on the car effect and stuff already. Do you think there's going to be a box set release after, or is it only going to be available in single volume?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I can't answer that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hi, this is a question for Vertical.
Yes.
In the past, you've worked with Moyo Kodansha, and you've released a couple of her books. Is there any possibility that we may, or a possibility that Vertical might release any of her older titles in the future?
I don't know right now. Something we can, but if you have like title suggestions, yeah, please feel free to shoot me like a message on on social media, or you can tell me afterwards. Yeah, thank you.
I've really enjoyed the anthologies you guys have published. I was wondering if there's plans or thoughts to anthologies in the future, whether a global collaboration like Attack on Titan or Ghost in the Shell, or like an existing anthology that was published in Japan, or are the rights situation with those too complicated because of multiple artists?
I mean, it's always more complicated when you're dealing with multiple artists, but if it's worth it, we'll make the effort. You know, we did the Neo-Parasite anthologies, which I thought were amazing. I mean, Agiyomoto, Parasite Run. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that, like, oh man.
I mean, I would love to do more, both licensed from Kodansha Japan and original comics. I think that I'm very proud of the Attack on Titan and Ghost in the Shell books. I'd love to do more. If the demand is there, then we'll do more. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
So the experience with the existing ones is positive enough that you guys are looking to the future?
I'd certainly like to. I think the Ghost in the Shell one just came out, so we're still trying to spread the word about that. Yeah. Thank you.
Everyone get the Ghost in the Shell anthology.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it.
How's it going?
Hi.
I just want to know what your thoughts on Attack on Titan.
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, we're gonna be here for another 2 hours. Well, I mean, AOT is very interesting as a shonen series, right? Because it has a definitive ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like it's a story that is going to have a definitive ending. And that's unusual. It's not going to go on for like probably 75 volumes, even if that's what Isayama Sensei has said in public. It's got tons of politics in it, which is really interesting. At first I thought, oh, it's a fun like zombie-esque giants eating people manga. And then particularly after the time, before the time jump, when we start figuring out the power structure inside the walls and the nature of the Titans, it's got this great commentary on like racial politics and marginalized peoples and how they're excluded from mainstream society. And I'm not going to say anything else because it'd be spoilers, but in this literal way, right? It's just, that blew me away. And every volume that I edit, because I edit the English edition, I just get deeper and deeper into it. And I think it's fantastic. So, yeah. I don't know if that answered your question, but like...
He's happy.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Did she ask a question?
Yeah, come on up. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you upstairs at booth number 627.
Yes, down, and about 2 to 3 blocks to the left. Okay, you walk down till you get, okay. Yeah, well, okay, when you get to the hotel, right? You make a right, and you walk all the way down to, I'm sorry, you walk all the way down to 8th Street. And then you make a left. Yeah, 8th. No. You're on, 8th Avenue. You're on 39th Street. You walk down 39th Street till you get to between 8th Street, the connection center is between 8th and 9th Avenue. So basically you walk to 8th and 9th Avenue, and 8th Avenue, and you make a left and head down. What's up? Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry. It's 12th Street, not 8th. You're on 8th Street right now. The hotel is between 8th and 9th. The convention center is between 11th and 12th Street. So you walk down until you get to 12th. Yeah, at 12th Avenue. So you walk down 39th Street. Yeah, walk down 39th Street until you get to 12th Avenue. Then make a left onto 12th Avenue. And then head down 12th Avenue and you can get back. No, she's great. And yeah, and I'm inside. I'm in one of the tunnel rooms right now. Yeah, did you do a camera or anything? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, just call me and we'll figure something out. Or, yeah, if anything I don't answer, I have to say statements.